Hi, I'm Barry Dutter. Someone suggested that I should make a video showing how I pack my comics for shipping. So here we are. What you need is, the first thing, you get these boxes for free at the post office. It is a priority mail box. First thing you notice about these boxes is that they're very flimsy, very thin. These are very lightweight. And what the post office loves to do with boxes, you know what they do? They throw them. They throw them as hard as they can. For every chance they get, they throw them. Throw them at the wall, throw them at the floor, throw them into the truck. They throw them all the time. I've been stunned sometimes when I watch postal workers throw my packages. What I used to do is take the comics, put them in the box, seal the box, and that was it. Problem. A lot of my comics were getting damaged. I had to give a lot of refunds to a lot of buyers who were wondering why their comics had arrived so damaged. So I started thinking, all right, I like shipping in this box, but clearly this box alone is not going to do it. There has to be some other kind of reinforcement there. That's why when I invented my patented box within a box technology. This technology is very simple and easy to use, and I'll show you how you do it. First thing you need is a comic book box, a long box or a short box, doesn't matter. First thing you notice about this box is it's thick, it's sturdy, it's corrugated cardboard. This is strong stuff. So I have here a pile of comics that needs to be shipped in this box. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these comics and we're going to put them in this box, and we're going to build a box around the comics and then put this box inside this box. So we start cutting. And some of you might say, no, how can you cut a long box or a short box? How can you do that? Well, if you're in the comic selling business, chances are you get hundreds and hundreds of these boxes every year, and if you're like me, you probably empty them. And after they're empty, I don't have any more use for them. So I cut them up. It's not that hard. As you can see, I have successfully cut this part. Now we have a good foundation here, we have a good base, and I'll tape that in a minute, and then we'll build the other side, and I'll take a quick cut, and we'll come back and I'll show you some more. Alright, I just cut another piece, which would be our lid for this box within a box. And we're going to cut that down to size. It's a little long here on top. A little off the top, please. Yes, sir. Be careful not to cut your comics when you're doing this, because that's a disaster you don't need. Okay, so I've done this. As you can see, the box is really coming together here, and you always want to check and make sure it's going to fit. Let's see. Sometimes it's a little too big, you have to trim it a little. I may have made this one a little too big. We might have to cut this one down. Alright, the box is coming together. I only have one side left open, so I will take care of that right now. This piece looks like it'll fit right in there. Pretty good. And as you can see, we're building a much stronger, much sturdier box than the one we originally were going to ship in. Now, this is not the only way to ship comics. This is just the way that I like to do it. My friend Jake thinks I'm crazy for shipping like this, because it does take about 20 minutes for me to ship every single box, for me to package them. Jake says, you're wasting too much time. You need to just ship less comics in smaller boxes. But my buyers love receiving these I call them bricks. This is like a brick of comics. And my buyers take a few weeks to pick out, or days or weeks, whatever, to pick out the books they want. And when this brick finally comes in the mail, usually they've already forgotten what they ordered. So they open it up, it's like Christmas morning all over again. So as you can see, I am sculpting the cardboard to fit the box. Tape it in there real good. That's not going anywhere. A little trim right there. I actually even like to fill in this hole here, because what if someone at the post office starts stabbing your box with a knife or a box cutter, and they can get right in there? But if you put some more padding there, some protection, it makes it harder. The first thing you have to realize is the post office has only one job, and that is to try to destroy your comics. That's their only job. Your job is to prevent them from doing their job. Okay, and as you can see, I plugged a little hole. Now we have a solid, sturdy box. This thing is like a tank. This thing could go through walls. Let's see if it fits. Hopefully it fits right in there. Oh yeah, fits right in, so we're good. But we're not done yet. That would be too easy. One thing you have to do is you have to wrap your package in bubble wrap. And you might say, well, why? Aren't the comics already protected enough? Well, I'll tell you. One time I shipped a box of comics to this guy. He said the package was left on his front porch in a rainstorm. And I think he said some of his comics got ruined. So you have to assume that your box is going to be left on someone's front porch in a rainstorm. You have to assume that. And the guy, he wrote to me, he said, I can't believe you didn't use bubble wrap. So now I use bubble wrap. And you might think, well, this is a bit excessive. I mean, it's a bit extreme, isn't it? And I said, well, yes, it is, but better safe than sorry. The alternative is the guy's books get ruined and you have to give him a full refund. So I would much rather invest in some bubble wrap. It doesn't cost that much. You get it at any office supply store. The box is now finished and ready to be placed inside the box. But I want you to see one thing here. As you can see, the new box is a little smaller than the big box, which means there's going to be a little extra room. And you don't want anything to shift during shipping ever. Because if you leave room for something to shift, something terrible could happen. So what we do is we take some junk mail. We all get junk mail every day. And just throw it in the box. Now you could go to the office supply store and you could buy some styrofoam popcorn. But this stuff is free. It comes in the mail every day. And it works great as lining and extra padding for your package. There. Okay, we got a nice little layer of padding in there. And then we take this. We put it in here. It's a tight squeeze, but that's good. Oh, look at that. It's a perfect fit. Look how beautifully that fits in there. Snug as a bug in a rug. We seal this package. I'm going to just go ahead and seal this up right now. And as you can see, I have now placed the second box inside the first box. I usually fit about 55 comics in a box. In this business, packing is everything. If you can't package your comics successfully, then you're in the wrong business. Here. Oh, God, this is heavy. It's thick. It's sturdy. You could take this and you could throw this against the wall, throw it against the floor, and the comics might not get damaged. I'm not going to throw it. I would never do that to one of my packages. But the USPS might, and that's where it's, your job to make sure the comics are as well protected as they can be. Thanks very much. That's how I package my comics. You may have different methods that work for you. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed my video. I'll see you in the funny pages.